This is the Sabbath School lesson for the third quarter 2020.
Lesson 8 for August 15 to 21, ready for teaching on August 22, Ministering Like Jesus, read by Dr. Percy Harrold. Monday, August 17, Jesus' treatment of people. Jesus' goal was to bring out the best in people. Even when the circumstances were unusually challenging, he responded with grace. Luke's Gospel records that the crowds marvelled at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth, Luke 4:22, and John's Gospel adds that grace and truth came through Jesus Christ in John 1:17. His approach to people was disarming. His gracious words touched a responsive chord in their hearts. Question: read Matthew chapter 8 verses 5 to 10 and Mark 12 verse 34. What hope-filled words did Jesus speak to two unlikely people, a Roman centurion and a Jewish scribe? First of all, Matthew 8, beginning at verse 5. Now when Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him, pleading with him, saying, Lord, my servant is lying at home, paralyzed, dreadfully tormented. And Jesus said to him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only speak a word, and my servant will be healed. For I also am a man under authority, having soldiers under me, and I say to this one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come, and he comes, and to my servant, Do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard it, he marvelled and said to those who followed, Assuredly I say to you, I have not found such great faith, not even in Israel. And Mark 12, verse 34. Now when Jesus saw that he answered wisely, he said to him, You are not far from the kingdom of God. But after that no one dared question him. Jesus' statement to a Roman military commander was revolutionary. Think of how this career army officer must have felt when Jesus claimed that he had not found this degree of faith even in Israel. Also, think about the Jewish scribes' thoughts when Jesus said, You are not far from the kingdom of God. Jesus had the ability to bring out the best in people. There are few things that go as far as a compliment to open hearts for the gospel. Look for the good in people around you and let them know you appreciate them. Question: compare Isaiah 42 verse 3 and Colossians 4 verses 5 and 6 and Ephesians 4 verse 15. What vital principles do these texts teach us about sharing our faith with others and about our relationship with them? Isaiah 42 verse 3, A bruised reed he will not break, and smoking flax he will not quench. He will bring forth justice for truth. And Colossians 4 verses 5 and 6, Walk in wisdom toward those who are outside, redeeming the time. Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer each one. And then Ephesians 4 verse 15, But speaking the truth in love may grow up in all things into him who is the head, Christ. When our words are encouraging and filled with grace, they have a positive influence on the lives of others. Isaiah's prophetic words reveal that Jesus would not break a bruised reed or quench a smoking flax. In other words, Jesus was so compassionate that he was careful not to bruise unnecessarily someone who was just coming to faith, or to quench the slightest embers of faith in their hearts. So to finish today, why is how we say something as important as, or even more important than, what we say? How do you react to this statement? Truth is truth, and people need to take it or leave it. What's wrong with this statement?
Hi there. Thanks for watching this video on the Advent-band Ministries YouTube channel. Please subscribe and click the bell icon to be alerted whenever we upload new videos. So, until we meet him in the clouds, may God continue to bless you.
This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind and Hearing Impaired, Christian Record Services for the Blind, the Sabbath School Department and Hope Channel. You can also listen on the official Sabbath School 4 app and the Apple iTunes app Sabbath School with Percy Harrold. Remember, God is always faithful.